So we have to be careful about our mission. Whether you are in a college, that I must do something which brings pride to my college. I must go out of this college, and when I serve somewhere, here come from Bhubaneswar, Xavier Institute of Management, he is the model manager. If I am from a particular channel, I must conduct myself with close channel का reporter बहुत अच्छा है, the best. So it is your conduct, it is your work, it is your attitude, which should be the message. Media is not a messenger. We are not messenger. We are only messengers. And unfortunately, some of you or some of the people on the Twitter, they accuse me or somebody else. They think we are here like messengers. हम तो मन कर रहा है कोई सब बदल देंगे. We are also human beings. The point I am trying to make is, that since you are the journalist, budding journalist, for you, mission should be very clear. Your target should be very clear. You should fear none, favor none. That's the mantra for success. I think I will be there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us. We would now like to invite questions from the audience. Sir, please, if you could just answer them.
Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. It was a pleasant experience listening to you. These days, when we actually want to watch the news channels, I believe a lot of us will agree here. On a single screen, we have a ticker, we have exclusive news, we have a tweet section, we have Bollywood news, we have cricket score, we have the Sensex. So there's a lot of information overload which is happening. Compare it to what the news channels were maybe 10 years back when Aaj Tak was launched, or maybe a BBC. The presentation was in a much neater format. So this information overload is basically tends to take the focus away from the purpose of journalism, and it's also causing a lot of confusion in the minds of the audience. We tend to have a very confused audience. So, but we also know that for our democracy to grow in strength, we need to have a very strong journalism system in place. So, how exactly do you intend to reform?
You correctly asked questions because it's crowding is scheme, what we call crowding is scheme. It's becoming very disturbing because you can't see how the anchor sometimes, you don't know anything. But marketing compulsions are there because we think that there are various kinds of readers or viewers who are coming to watch. Some of them are coming for stock market, some are coming to see Rakhi Sound, some of them are coming to see the weather, some of them are coming to the advertisement. So you want to, it is like a multi-cuisine dinner, lunch being served. That is 7-course dinner, 4-course dinner. The more you give, more options the reader has got. We call it a multi-cuisine content. So therefore, it is driven by marketing services where they are doing, but you have to be right, meeting we have started. That screen should not be done for program basis. When there is one good program, like in my case, good program was Rakhi Sound, we dropped all the stickers there. So even earphones. So that was getting much more eyeballs in the stock market. But we have to be right that multi-cuisine content service is not working anymore. Therefore, you must think that some of the channels are being relaunched. The cleaner videos should happen, and viewers should see what we want to show them. Earlier, we wanted to see, we should come. We should not only say, TRP 18. Now, TRP is also being questioned. So once we get the TRP question, and then this rule comes into being that we cannot show more than 12 minutes or 15 minutes in an hour, then you will see a better screen. I think you have raised the right point. We are all worried about it. Yeah, please. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for the enlightening session, sir. Thank you for the session, sir. It was very enlightening. We all understand that Modi's work was deeply criticized by the entire world. But now that he's taken Gujarat to an unprecedented level, are we ready to forgive him? Do we see him as a Prime Minister anytime soon?
This is a question everybody is asking, but his party, whether his party wants to be Prime Minister, I have a doubt about that. But his party is only Prime Minister candidate, no party. So BJP, because in the Congress party, there is only one Prime Minister candidate, Rahul Gandhi. But in the BJP, every leader thinks that he is the Prime Minister candidate. So therefore, is a Prime Minister candidate depends on A, how many seats does the BJP win, and B, whether the party wants him to be Prime Minister or not. So we cannot take a call as a movement that, as I told you earlier, TV shows or discussions here will not decide who would be the Prime Minister. We can express an opinion. Among the Chief Minister, I think he's one of the best performing Chief Ministers, there's no doubt about it. He's one of the best. There are others also who are there. Because Nitish Kumar also wants to be Prime Minister. Whether it is or not, that's a different issue. Because he survived in caste basis, Modi survived in something else. What happened there cannot be forgiven. That happened in 1984, in Delhi also in 2006 was killed. So that people are forgiven that. You have to move forward. But question is, you ask Modi, I cannot say whether he is the Prime Minister or not. But yes, he can become Prime Minister only if BJP gets more than 170 seats. B, BJP accepts him in the Prime Minister. Because Advani thinks that he can still become Prime Minister in 1990.
Sir, when you target your eminent personalities in your show, off the camera, behind the scenes, does it happen that any of this personality, when the things used to get heated up during your interview, do they used to tell you that you shouldn't have asked this, you shouldn't have asked that, or do they hold some kind of grudge against you? Or if they do, how do you cope up with those grudges, and in this parallel manner you also maintain the relationship with the higher ones?
You see, I must confess one thing. There are very few people who are very short-sighted, because most of them are younger than me. That's the advantage I have over them. And I misuse that age experience over them. For some of their sons and daughters of their fathers are my friends, and they speak to me. Very few people get angry, and they do shock. There is one current youngest Chief Minister who was introduced to me and was president of the party. You will understand whom I am talking about. I interviewed him, and he has not given me to after that. He walked out of the interview. And I asked him a question that I am an editor. I put a counter question to him that I am an editor of India Today. And last 5 years, circulation has fallen down, revenue has gone down, leadership has gone down, all my colleagues have left me. Will you consider me as a successful editor or a failure? He said, flop. I said, yes, I agree with you. So you have been in power for 5 years. Before that, your father was in 5 years. Law and order is back. So many people have been killed. So much has gone. I am a flop Chief Minister. He said, आप जो बोल रहे हैं आके चीफ मिनिस्टर बन के देखिए, आपको मैं मौका देता हूँ चीफ मिनिस्टर बनने का। मैंने कहा फिर आप गलत बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि आपकी स्टेट का चीफ मिनिस्टर मैं नहीं बन सकता, बिकॉज तुम्हारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखा कि बाहर का आदमी चीफ मिनिस्टर बन सकता है। You don't need your own constitution. He walked out. He never gave me anything else. But most of the people don't come. That's the difference. But I would say out of I will give about 500 people by now. There are a couple of them who refuse to come. There may be 10 or 15 people who have not come again. And I don't call them. My loss or their loss, I don't know.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Vinny. Sir, my question is not on politics or right form of governance. I want to ask that there are many students over here right now who are outstanding speakers as well as writers. They are passionate about politics, philosophy, literature, and I'm sure many of them would be, at some point of their time in their life, they would be interested in joining journalism. But sir, the problem in India is that there are IITs and NITs, but not IIJs and NIJs. And some fortunate people go to Columbia and Carnegie Mellon to study journalism. So what are the media veterans in our country doing to solve this, the problem which is arising in our country?
Got you correctly. That some of the brilliant students want to join journalism, therefore they are not able to join because there is no institute. You are saying that.
So what I want to say is that still journalism is not considered to be a safe profession as compared to engineering or MBA. So
it depends on how you look at journalism. But journalism is one of the best paid jobs now in the country because I know how much money I pay to graduate who comes after the MBA. I will not be paid that. I can't pay as much as MBA will pay. MBA people come to journalism, they have to sacrifice money. Like I came to journalism for money because lecturer I was not getting money. Even I was stuck here after I retired by my anyway. But I would have started salary of 80,000 rupees. I won't disclose my salary now anyway. So, here the problem is you don't need Columbia or any university because I've got people here work from Columbia, most of the journalists who come from various good magazines like economists, like Time magazine, they come to meet me sometimes and their knowledge about India is fantastic. They write good English doesn't mean they are good journalists. I never went to journalism. I never went to Columbia. I never had to do it. Journalism is an attitude. Basically, journalism job is to give you information. A good journalist is a person who gives you information. A good writer is who gives you good opinion. I am not a good opinion writer. I can speak, but I can give you opinion. When it comes to writing, I will not be a good author. But when it comes to reporting, I consider myself to be above average reporter. So you don't need that. It is an attitude if you want to work as a journalist, a profession where you want to earn name and fame. You have to pay in terms of getting less service. Choice is yours. But you don't need training. You need only right company and right mentor. Good attitude, that's all. Yeah, please. If the girls are I'll take two more questions. Unfortunately, because I have to go for my Baba Ramdev session there. I have to really go.
Good evening, sir. Recently, I read an article where Manmohan Singh said that money doesn't grow on trees. And on the other hand, we see the multi-billion scam going on in India. So where is our government heading towards? We would like to hear your opinion on this.
I don't know opinion on this thing. Unfortunately, Mr. Manmohan Singh was Dr. Manmohan Singh was my teacher for a couple of months. And he was a different Manmohan Singh. He was more lucky than what he is today. And when he says, I'm going to answer that, country is going because country is too big for him. In the sense, individuals are, India is bigger than any individual. Whether Manmohan Singh or anybody else, the Prime Minister come and go, but India is still moving on. But when he says that money doesn't go on trees, and there is a joke about that, which one of my leaders in Kochi wrote back to me, two questions. He said, Dr. Manmohan Singh is not a good economist, nor a good knowledge about agriculture. In Kerala, our money goes only on trees only because we have rubber plants there, we have coconut trees there, and they give us money. So obviously money goes on trees. He doesn't know that. He knows, because he doesn't know agriculture grows. Therefore he doesn't know money goes on trees because mangoes goes on trees. Every good money goes on trees. If you have good healthy agriculture, healthy food, healthy plants, the money will automatically come. Money doesn't come because the FDI has come from Mauritius and that will grow money. Because he knows only that kind of money. Therefore he doesn't know what actually the money is grown on trees. So country is going in a different because he believes in a different ideology. He is fighting for that idea from Marxism. He is doing what he believes in. So let us see whether he succeeds or not because he is now 80. The future, his stake is not in the future. It is the people who are like Rahul Gandhi and everybody else, they have to think whether what he is doing, whether they will win election because of that policy or not. That is what anyone will decide. So he is doing what he believes. I mean, the first time he is doing what he believes. I think we must support him on that. On opinion, not in fact, I may disagree on various policies. But I give full marks for standing up for what he believes.